The toll from their escape from the violent mess of Libya has been high for these refugees. With no idea of what to do next, they are dependent on the kindness of strangers. Boy Scouts hand out sandwiches to those who stagger through the last barrier into Tunisia. But the welcome is also wary. The Tunisian government is worried about the number of refugees, but has no choice except to take them. The Libyan side of the border is too dangerous a place to leave anyone stranded. Everyone at the checkpoints was in a uniform, this man says. Everyone had guns and we didn't know who anyone was.
So far, more than 45,000 foreigners have fled Libya through this border crossing with no end in sight. And relief officials fear they may be on the verge of a humanitarian crisis if the fighting escalates.
Most of the people here are Egyptians. And they are growing impatient with their own government, which has been slow to help them. Waving the Tunisian flag to thank their hosts, stranded workers staged a mini protest march. Where is our government, they chanted, we want to go home. The Tunisian authorities undoubtedly like the message, but they still have their own political problems. Violent protests over the last few days in the capital Tunis, in which at least 3 people were killed, led to the resignation of the interim Prime Minister Mohamed Ghannouchi. A move he said was in the service of Tunisia's revolution. The hope is that it will relieve tension in the political transition. There was a little relief for some Egyptians later in the day. Several hundred were moved out of a community center where they had been housed to catch a plane home. But it was little more than a trickle to ease a flood. Alan Pizzey, CBS News on the Tunisia-Libya border.